Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, This Chick Chats. I'm your host, Astrid. So we got kind of a messy drama story, okay? Messy breakup, long drama story. So I met someone on Tinder while I was going to college, and it was pretty casual at first. She lived about a 45-minute drive away. I was going to school. She worked and has her own house, so eventually I was staying there for a weekend or a week at a time. It seemed like it was going somewhere. I was really starting to fall for her, but she would blatantly talk about her ex and would consistently text other guys. Okay, so did she know you guys were like getting serious, or like did you guys communicate to like where she felt it was like a mutual thing? You're not going to talk to anybody else, you're not going to see anybody else, because I know that's like a big thing with people now, like we're not official. Just wondering if the communication was had. Of course, I saw this as a red flag and pulled back, but she assured me that it was nothing and she wanted to be with me. So foolishly, I trusted her. Okay, so y'all did talk about it. You did talk. A few months go by, and she ended up getting pregnant. I was still in school for another year, and with limited opportunities for work in the area, it was going to be tough making things work. But I loved her, and I wanted to do the right thing and keep the relationship going and be a father. I was already spending a lot of time with her at her house, and I wanted to help her during pregnancy and be close, so I discussed moving in with her. Probably looked like a red flag on my part. She didn't want me to pay to live there, but I gave her money. In her words, she just didn't want me to have claim to her house, which is fine. I wouldn't do anything like that anyways. Okay, that's really sweet of you. But if she was talking to a lot of people, I'm not insinuating anything. If she was talking to multiple people, how do you know? How do we know? Is this your kid? I'm not trying to be messy. I'm just asking, okay? I'm just asking. That is sweet that he was trying to be there and like be involved as much as possible. I think our relationship was the best during that time. We loved each other, supported each other. It just seemed great. There was a feeling like the relationship was a bit forced because we were going to have a child together. That does happen. I'm not gonna lie to you, that does happen. About 9 months after our daughter was born is when things started getting bad. I finished school and started a contract job right after, while she was on maternity leave. I think we were both getting burnt out and stressed. Arguments started over petty things. Well, the one day we made plans to get family photos done and we were running late, she insisted on driving. But she's always been a speeder. Me too. I have a problem with that. I'm trying to fix it. And I thought she'd be a bit reckless with our daughter in the car, so I drove instead. We ended up being too late and missed our time. She was pissed. She was pissed, started to blame me not driving fast enough or passing vehicles. I couldn't calm her down and I felt I had to defend myself, so we argued the whole way back. While driving back, she told me she wanted to break up over it. What? Because you missed your photo shoot appointment? I mean, unless there's multiple problems, I don't see that one thing being the sole cause of the breakup. I thought it was ridiculous. I couldn't take her seriously, but I begged her not to do that to us. She calmed down eventually, but that was our first big fight. Okay. Dang, that was your first big fight? Things were never the same after that. Any disagreements led to arguments and threats of breakup and kicking me out. But when I had enough and started to make plans to leave, she would make me feel like I was abandoning them and reel me back in. It's a really big red flag. How is she going to guilt trip you? She keeps threatening to break up, but she doesn't like the fact that you are willing to leave whenever you're tired of it. It's not judged yet. Let's wait. You can keep it in there though. Lock it in there. It probably would have been better if I had left during that time for both of us, but I loved her. And I wanted to be there for my daughter and didn't want to miss out on being there watching her grow up. I did that for about a year until my contract ended. She returned to work and I was looking for work. One day last summer, after interviews, and I found out I didn't get a job I was applying for. She came home and was mad that I hadn't done more around the house. She threatened to call the cops if I didn't leave, so I left. Okay. I stayed at my grandparents' for about a week until she wanted me to come back. I told her that if I'm coming back, we need to work on things. I could have done more, showing more love and appreciation, and I wanted her to work on her communication and not overreact. I do like the fact that he's trying to make it work. He's trying to figure out ways for the relationship to get better. So I do like that. The whole situation was starting to break me at this point. I felt like anything I did wasn't good enough, and it was starting to take a toll on my mental health. I started to distance myself, cared less about personal care, sleepless nights, always walking on eggshells around her so she didn't get mad. I didn't know what to do anymore, but I was still blamed for not treating her special or loving her enough. That sucks. If you've done, in my opinion, I'm not saying take it, I'm not saying go with the punches, okay? I'm just saying, my opinion, if you have done all you possibly can to try and like fix the relationship or communicate more and it's not getting any better, or it's just one-sided, I feel like there needs to be a more serious talk about this. It's just gonna get worse if it's not even getting an inch better. I started working again a few weeks after going back that summer. We had some pretty good times. It wasn't all bad. I thought things were getting better again, actually. But the job I had sucked. 10-hour days and an hour commute back and forth, and it just wasn't fulfilling. At this point, her original red flags started to surface again. I would catch her texting another guy that was just a friend. Ew, it's an air quote. And it really started to bother me. And she honestly enjoyed how jealous I was getting. I don't know why I couldn't just leave, but I felt stuck. I just had to put up with it. That's when she started to tell me she felt out of love and she didn't want to be in a relationship anymore. There wasn't anything I could do. I tried, but there wasn't much reciprocation. I was starting to feel the same. I feel like he has felt this way for a while. He just put it aside to make it work for the family and for their daughter. Dang. But things happen. Let's be honest. People fall out of love or just kind of like lose that. We still did things as a family and we slept together, but it wasn't the same anymore. I still wanted to be with her and I loved her, but it was a roller coaster of highs and lows of her loving me back and then being angry or rude. She would accuse me of cheating, disapprove of the clothes I wear, make fun of my body and appearance. Why are we body shaming? Kind of rude. You're supposed to be an example for your kid, girl. She would embarrass me by making videos of me and send them to her new friend. She enjoyed making me mad and upset. I decided to take another job this past April that was more in the field of what I went to school for. However, it required me to travel and be gone Monday to Friday. Hey, whatever you gotta do to make more money and better your life and your daughter's life. We both thought it might help our relationship at the time, giving us some time apart. I don't know about that. It didn't. We were on undetermined terms at that point. I wasn't sure if we were together or broken up, but she wasn't threatening to kick me out again, so I thought we were still together. So no communication about that. Got it. Anyways, I planned a trip away for a weekend, just the two of us, and I saw it as a chance to rekindle our love for each other. That's so sweet. He's trying, guys. He's really trying. I feel bad for this guy. We had a great time, and I thought we would return home stronger. We talked about my plans for work after the summer was over, and I brought up maybe I could return to university using a transfer agreement with my college diploma. I could continue school and have a better chance at getting a better paying full-time job. Obviously, I would need her support on that decision, and she agreed. Then on the ride home, another petty argument over the GPS ruined an entire weekend. I feel like at this point, she's looking for reasons to fight with you. At least that's what it sounds like, because she is like picking fights over the smallest thing. And it seemed to have not changed anything. And solidified that we were still no longer together. I still continued my plans to return to school and was attending for a couple weeks. Then one day on my way to school, I saw them together. You saw who together? Who was that? I want to know who. It almost seemed planned. I always grab a coffee on my way out of the village, and there they were. She had been talking to this guy for the past year that was on house arrest for DV, having some sort of fantasy relationship with him. I was shocked and avoided confronting her and just drove away. But I texted her and she confessed and said she saw me and contemplated on kissing him in front of me. What? Oh, this girl's bold. She's bold. I already don't like her for you, sir. Find somebody else. You could do better. That broke me. I was done. I went back and started packing my shiitake mushrooms, not knowing what I was going to do or where I was going. I was angry. As you should be. Oh, and she was so unfazed by it all. I don't know why I was so surprised, but I just couldn't believe it. I had to drop out, wasted my money, and I started looking for a job. I stayed at my aunt's house a couple hours away for a few days. She would text me asking where I was and if I was coming back. You're not. You're not. She didn't really care where I was. She just wanted to know if I told my family what happened because she didn't want to look bad. You didn't want to look bad. You're a horrid human being right now, okay? This is when I really started to get toxic. Oh no. Oh no. Why did you get toxic? Oh no. He let it get to him, guys. I wanted revenge for how she treated me. It was the only thing I thought I could do that I knew would piss her off or be mad about. Her friggin' Monopoly Go account she was using under my Facebook account. It seemed harmless. Don't play with anybody's Monopoly Go, people. Don't do that. I have Monopoly Go. I have a problem with Monopoly Go. I deleted the app. I've deleted it now twice. The second time I deleted it, I haven't downloaded it again. Okay, I have not. I haven't, guys. I promise you. But I did have it. Don't mess with people's stuff. Like, we're trying. Some of us are trying to stop. But it's like, it's a serious problem. It seemed harmless. I logged on and used up everything she was saving. She spent so much time on that game. I felt it even impacted our relationship. Well, that did not help. She was so mad. She started threatening to not allow me to see my daughter anymore. Over a game, though. Wow. And I'd have to take her to court. I have all the text messages over a stupid game. No offense to anyone that plays. He said that, not me, guys. I like Monopoly Go. I'm not judging you. It killed me. I thought I was losing my daughter now, too. I stopped eating, stopped sleeping, begged her not to do that to her. I'm a good dad. I want to be in her life and support her. I love her. That's when she felt the control. She could use that against me, and I'd have to abide by her rules now. I became depressed. This was about 2 months ago. The loss of the relationship started to get to me. I felt free at first, but after a week or so, I felt so lost without her, and it was sinking in that this was the end. I cried. I begged her to take me back. I felt weak and I had no control. She didn't budge. I had to go back. I was missing my daughter. And I had an interview for a job in the area. Beginning of October, I found a room for rent at a house not too far from them, where I currently stay now. Stopped pursuing her and just focused on being there for my daughter. The day I came back to the area and moved in, I wanted to spend some time with my daughter, and it worked for her because she was going out with a friend that evening. It was so great to see my daughter again. I took her out to eat and we played at the playground. Finally, some joy again. I brought her back home and we played in my daughter's bedroom while we waited for my ex to return. When she returned, she was nicer than I expected. I tried to avoid conversation and not let her get in my head, but that's what she did. She knew she could have her way with me. 3 weeks with no schmeeks for either of us. It was hard to say no. She said she missed me. And when she came home every day, she expected to see my car there. She saw I was still upset about everything, so she was testing me, touching me, kissing me. I fell for it all. In the morning, she wanted me gone again. It was like breaking up all over again. I was pissed at myself for letting it happen. I felt used. She clearly does not care for you. She's just trying to get at you as best as she can. Then she calls me the next night. She was upset because she told her pen pal fantasy boyfriend we had schmeek and he didn't want to talk to her anymore. I really don't understand the relationship. There's really nothing great about him. He just seems vulnerable because of his situation. Accused of beating his baby mama after she cheated on him, and now he doesn't get to see his kid. It's honestly pretty psycho. But all I could think of was, yes, it's over. That lasted a day. We talked about having another baby for a while, and she still wanted me to get her pregnant again so she could take more time off work. Her exact words, not mine. I knew it wouldn't be good for me, but with my will to say no and my non-existent self-esteem, I did it anyways. Not to get her pregnant, but I thought it would make her want me again, and it made it worse on myself, so I avoided seeing her. The following weekend, I took my daughter to see family, and we had fun. Played lots, and I took her fishing for the first time. It was great. A couple days go by and she calls me late asking to come over. I couldn't do it. I had to say no. If I wanted to restore any dignity, she sounded upset, and I didn't know why, but I felt bad for her. I felt something had happened between them again. So the next morning, I bought some flowers and left them by her front door for her. I'm dumb and desperate. I know. I don't think you're dumb. You are just so kind-hearted. I feel so bad for you. You could do so much better. I didn't even do it expecting anything to happen out of it. And when she asked about it, I told her that they were from me. And I just wanted to surprise her and make her smile. I'm an idiot. Well, that night, while I'm video calling my daughter, she decides she has to tell me why she was so upset. I thought it was inappropriate to make it about her while I just wanted to see my daughter, and said if it doesn't have anything to do with me, then no, I don't want to know. She tells me anyways. Okay. The guy she was so obsessed about being with wasn't talking to her again, because the weekend prior, while I had my daughter, she had met someone from the bar, brought him home, and slept with him. I don't think she wants a relationship. I think she just wants to have fun. She does not want a relationship. She does not want anything serious. I don't know why, but it sounds like that. I was devastated. It was one thing that she was talking to someone else, but now she actually slept with someone. Then she has the nerve to tell me about it. Then the manipulation started to be apparent. I just started watching videos on narcs and attachment style theory, and it was starting to make sense to me. Yeah, no, she sounds like a narcissist. Because, like, she's trying to manipulate your emotions and your feelings to benefit her, which is the worst thing. That's horrible. Like, she's trying to make you feel bad, and all you're trying to do is make her happy. I don't remember what was said. My ex was talking to my daughter and was like, "Oh, daddy's sad. I think he wants a hug." And it was just too hard to focus anymore. Then she told her to ask if I wanted to come over. So I said, "You're saying it's okay to come there right now?" And she said she didn't care. So I went there. I don't know what for. I didn't know what I was going to say, but honestly, with how she was treating me, the threats and psychological shishness was doing to me. And now my daughter, I wanted to start documenting our interactions. So I went there and recorded our whole conversation. Good job. Way to go. Always have proof. Always have evidence, because clearly it's not the first time she's done it. It's not going to be the last time she's going to do it. So keep all this proof in case she tries to take you to court and be like, "No, he did this." And no, at least you'll have it on record that that is not true. So good for you. I'm proud of you. Just saying, I'm proud of you. Okay. A lot of it is just me trying to understand why she's acting like this. Like, she was finally showing me her true self and wasn't holding back. She got under my skin and she knew how to do that. Gaslighting, undermining our relationship, and her ego was really showing. She admitted that she just likes to have control over people. Then she still wanted to have schmeeks with me to get her pregnant. I was disgusted, said a few insulting things to her, and left mad. Yeah, no, I'd be pretty schmad too, so I'd be pretty fuming. I'd be pissed. I wanted to figure out how to get back at her. She's still, okay, we gotta stop trying to get back at people. Just at this point, cut ties. Like, find a lawyer, get some type of custody arrangement figured out, so that way you only have to deal with her regarding your daughter. Like, you do not have to have any other type of communication besides your daughter. That's it. And if it's going to continue, talk to them. But this has to stop. Like, we got to stop this tit for tat thing. Like, we can't do this. It's not healthy for y'all's daughter. And it's not healthy for you mentally. I wanted to figure out how to get back at her. She still wanted house arrest guy, but she told me that night that she doesn't want a relationship with him. Just schmicks and to be with her so she's not alone. I knew that. I knew that from the start. So I found his social media and started talking to him and how crazy she is, but he was already finding that out. My mistake was telling her, because then she blamed me for sabotaging her thing with him when she had already done that. So she was threatening me not to let me see my daughter again. But they were done. Down to one guy. No, you don't even have one guy. Like, do you still have the guy? Another guy? I thought it was just the two guys. So is there a third guy? Did she stay with the guy that she slept with from the bar? The following weekend, I was duck hunting with her uncle. And then I came back. And when I came back, I had to go see her. She blocked me on everything. She wouldn't talk to me at first. Shooed our daughter out the door and we played outside for a bit. At some point, she wanted to go back in. And while the door was open, I told her she's not going to look good with all these messages and the recordings of our conversation. Told her I'll get a lawyer and spend all my savings to take her to court if that's what it takes. But you'll have to pay for one too. And she folded. "Oh, I would never actually do that," she says. "You think I would do that? Ugh, of course you would." She should. If she's that determined to, like, take you to court, she would get a lawyer. She insisted on seeing the messages between me and her house arrest friend to get over him. But you didn't even want to be in a relationship with him. She said it out loud. She does not want to be in a relationship with him. I was hesitant, but agreed. Then it was like a switch. Suddenly, she wanted me back. "Come lay with me. Come spend the day with me. Move back in." And at this point, I think I'm becoming a masochist of some sort because I agreed and fell for it. We spent the day together and it felt like normal again. Like we were actually together again. There was a silence between us and I thought, wow, how do we recover from this and be able to talk like we're friends again? Why would you want that? After everything you have already gone through, why would you want that still? That's an honest question. Like, why would you want that again? On the way home, she wanted to read the texts again. And I should have deleted them. Hey. She went from social media messages and then started looking at messages. And I thought, oh, shiitake mushroom. There is more I didn't show her before. There were a few insults about her in there from both parties. And I tried to warn her. Don't warn her. She didn't warn you about everything else. Don't warn her. Let her find out on her own. I said it because I was upset and a bit drunk that night. I was messaging him. I didn't mean it. But that wasn't enough. She was done once again. We need those little tiny violins, you know what I mean? Because this is just ridiculous. We went back to no contact again after that for about a week. I went up, visit my brother. While I was up there, I would still video call my daughter every night. But I would avoid talking to my ex, even when she sent messages. She went to a Halloween dance and was sending me pictures of her night and what I'm missing out on. Very manipulative. Oh my word, what is happening today? Looking for a reaction. I changed my profile picture and she unblocked me, sent me a friend request and messaged me, nice pic. When I ignored that, I complimented you and you ignored me, still trying to get a reaction. Then she sent a post about a concert next summer and I was like, okay, what's this about? So you know when to watch our daughter because I'm going 100%. But that's not how this works, right? How can I agree to something 8 months from now when I don't know if I even could? That's when I suggested a schedule of some sort. That's smart. You should have gone through like a lawyer to figure out a like custody agreement. Because if you're not going to be together, you need to have like set time that you're going to be able to watch her and times that won't work for you. Just so that way an inconvenience doesn't come up or so that way boundaries are set. Every other weekend and visits during the week, 50-50 or something. She lost it. Guilt tripping me because I can't agree to watch her when it's convenient for her. So I got uninvited to trick-or-treating this year. Okay. She was always bad at guilt tripping me. I called her out for it all the time. The biggest guilt trip was that I walked out on her. Like I had a choice. Like she didn't threaten to kick me out constantly and want me to leave. She said I could have stayed and continued going to school until house arrest guy to move in. Sickening. Why would he want to go through that? Why would anybody want to go through that? You're crazy, girl. This month has been a mess. She found out I was talking to someone new. Woo! We met on Facebook dating and it turned more into a friendship bond over narc exes. Aw, trauma bonded. You're bonding. But my ex found out by snooping my phone while I was asleep. I was watching my daughter at her house while she was at a concert. That pissed her off because she saw all the messages I sent about her. Screenshots of her messages too. Yeah, that was bad. But the jealousy, holy. She was expecting me to sit around and be miserable while another guy once a week, bar guy once a week. Crazy. Drives me crazy. It's not even like I've met this other woman, but she compares that to her sleeping with someone else. I can't have both. LOL. One night I was there and she was saying it was done between them. And I watched her say bye and block him. I feel like there's a lot of people that block people and then unblock them the next day. So it's like, that was pointless. You just wanted me to see you do it for that moment. So that way it makes me feel better. No, I know you're going to unblock them. So convincingly. Okay, your turn. I believed her. I'm so gullible and naive. I know. No, 100% now at this point, you are. You've already gone through this with her and you're still choosing to stay in this. I don't understand that. And I understand that there's people that are stuck. Like they feel like they have nowhere else to go or they can't do any better. I blocked the person I was talking to. Well, that lasted a day. My ex was talking to bar guy again. Wow, shocker. Shocker. No way. And it pissed me off because in the morning she had kissed me goodbye, said, I love you, and brought me a coffee before she went to work. This push and pull had driven me crazy. I'm getting discarded over and over again, and I can't stop going back. I'm addicted. And when I'm not with her, I can't stop thinking about her with him. It's torture. She's told me about this guy enough. Guy split up with his baby's mama because she cheated on him for one of his friends. Not someone I want in the same house as my daughter. That's fair. You're concerned about your child's well-being, which is understandable. I already convinced one guy to leave her alone, so why not try again? Let her do what she wants, but she can't involve your daughter in that. I know I'm being toxic. I might be narcissistic myself, but I'm hurt. I need this to end, and I'm not going to be the one that walks away. Why not? I feel like you need some type of therapy to vent. Get some mental help, I feel like, because this is not healthy for you. And if both of you are choosing to do this around your daughter, it's going to affect her, because like children are very like, they know, they can see everything and they absorb everything, whether or not we want to admit it. So that's not healthy for her either. She needs to see you and her happy. And if that means you two can't be together, I'm so sorry that. So I find him on social media, message him. No response. But he tells her about it. Oh my. And then I'm the crazy one. I admit it doesn't look good, but I feel like it's pretty rational for what I've been out through. I think he meant what I've been put through. I tried doing this twice this month after being discarded. Nothing happens. I think to myself, how can a guy that's been through what he's been through do this to other guy? How can he play a part in it? Says a lot about his character. So I start thinking that maybe he's the cheater. So the other day, I found his baby mama on social media. I send her a message to tell her what he's been up to. She responds. She tells me that they've been split up for about 2 months, and he was cheating on her first, but they both cheat. But he's there every day begging her to take him back. It was very confusing, LOL. I didn't know what I expected to happen, but she did offer to try to help get him to stop talking to her. I don't know what she said, but it worked. You're crazy. You really want this girl this bad. And she clearly does not want you back. I'm so sorry, but she does not. He knew it was me and my ex. Lost it on me. Now he wanted to talk to me. We had a civil conversation on the phone and we agreed to leave each other alone. But my ex was so stupid. I mean, granted, she's kind of stupid for what she's doing. But no, she was so pissed. Don't recommend. I took all her supply away and I triggered narcissistic collapse. I've never even seen her cry before the other night. She has said some shit to me to make me feel bad before, but this was evil escaping. She turned physical and kicked me in the chest a few times. Oh, she's crazy. She crazy. Okay. She threatened to it was so bad. I never expected that. I didn't even do it to hurt her. I did it to try to get back at him. I honestly felt terrible, but there was nothing I could do. She screamed at me to leave, so I left. She has been talking to house arrest guy again lately though, so I think she'll be all right. Oh my word. You have got to get out of this bad cycle because this is crazy. This is insane. She has completely ignored any attempt for me to try to talk to her. Stop talking to her. This is not going to get anywhere good. Just stop. Stop any attempts you want. Go through a lawyer and figure that all out for your daughter. Please. This is insane. But she still let me video call my daughter for over an hour. Longest one yet. And I'm supposed to have my daughter over Saturday so she can go to bar again. She's been planning a pub crawl with her cousins for weeks now. I'm guessing she's going to have a new victim or two after Saturday. Lessons I'm trying to learn. 1, don't react. Be the bigger person. Don't act immature to immature behavior. 2, go no contact or go crazy. 3, don't fight fire with fire against a narc. 4, avoid causing narcissistic collapse. 5, just move on. She's not going to change. This is really crazy, but this is wild. Like, I'm not trying to sound judgmental to you, but it's like, you have got to stop this cycle for your daughter's sake. But this is not healthy for her. Like, I feel bad for your daughter. I feel so bad for you because you just wanted to make her happy. She has not made this any easier for you. So I am very sorry for you. One comment, if my ex did 40% of what you have done to yours, I would have gave him the world. Yeah, no, you did everything you could to try and make it work. You gave her space when she needed it. You communicated what you felt y'all could work on or improve for the relationship. You did everything for your daughter and for your relationship. And clearly, She did not care because this is not good for you mentally. Please hit that like and subscribe button. New videos out every Monday. So I'll see you next time. Bye.